Thank you to my co-host, honorary chair, Senator Peggy Lehner, out of this area, and I want to thank Wright State and all the partners for joining us in this education summit. Tony, you did an absolutely outstanding job, and we thank you for your leadership and all of the partners, and certainly the Ohio Commission on Latino Hispanic Affairs for the work that you're doing to bring all of us together. My message today is basically about where our priorities are. I am a strong believer. I have no children. I made a conscious decision as a young person not to have children because I wanted to help the children who were already here. I told my mother, and she thought this is just a passing phase, that one day she will want to have children. But I started helping children with Down syndrome swim when I was in high school. And I focused my adult life on protecting the health, safety, security, education, and welfare of children. That's who I am. And so I'm a believer that if we say children are valuable, if we say children are our greatest asset, and we as adults have the responsibility to lift them up, protect them, nurture them, guide them, ensure that they have what they need, then we've got to put our money and our resources where they are needed. And our children need us, not just money, but they need our time. And that's what was so great about all of the presentations I was able to hear today, talking about the mentoring programs and the after-school programs and the volunteers who are helping in all of these programs to assist children. I had the pleasure yesterday, our superintendent from the Springfield schools talked about the little munchies that they call them with their after-school program. I had the honor yesterday, there was a program in Columbus called Ready, Set, Learn with our YMCA or YWCA of Central, not the YWCA, I'm sorry, it's the United Way of Central Ohio. And we were celebrating Dr. Seuss's birthday and Read Across America, the birthday celebration of reading. And I was with the preschoolers from 2.5 to 4. And so I had my Dr. Seuss hat on, and I was reading with all of these little children who were from various racial, ethnic, and cultural communities. Appalachian, Latino, Somali, African, African-American, Caucasian, all over this little floor in our library. And what I found is children love to learn. They love to learn. And so we've got to do everything that we possibly can as adults to ensure they have what they need. And especially when they come from other countries as an immigrant, and that we provide those supports necessary so that they can be lifted up. And as we learned in all the sessions today and the work that I do in my other life, you've got to engage the whole family. It's not just the individual child. Children do not live in the world by themselves. And so we've got to surround them with not only their family who can help them get through, matriculate through the education system, but we've got to help the family so they can help their children. And the programs that I've heard about today, I'm excited about. And I know that our education chair, Senator Peggy Lehner, is just soaking up all of this information because she is trying to do her very best to ensure that every child in the state of Ohio, as I am, gets a quality education and that they can be whatever they want to be. I'm proud that we are celebrating, and I was sharing with my table mates, this is Women's History Month. I'm proud that we've got a lot to celebrate with Justice Sotomayor. We've got a lot to celebrate with Dr. Cynthia Jackson Hammond as the first African-American president of Central State University. We've got to celebrate, but we've got to make sure we're bringing all of those other young women and young men along with us. And so this summit is the start. This is the start of an advocacy network for the education of Latino students, and then broadly all of our students, so that we are lifting up and supporting and providing for the needs of the children of the state of Ohio. I pledge that I'm going to do my part to ensure that every child has what they need and that we are respecting who they are, not trying to make them into something that they're not, respecting their culture, ensuring that as they learn English, they don't forget their Spanish. I share that with my Somali constituents all the time, who happen to be Islamic by faith. Don't allow yourself to be so assimilated that you forget your people, your history, your ancestry, your culture. It's important because that's valuable. That grounds you in who you are. And so I am going to encourage the educators, the administrators, to lift up the cultures of the children who are in your class. Make sure that you share something important about their people, about their history, about their ancestry, because we're not doing such a good job there of incorporating the histories of all of the people in these United States of America. And so we can be that group of advocates that shares and helps people to learn, appreciate, and respect all of the young people that are in our charge. For this, I say thank you again to the commission, to the leadership of this Education Summit, and pledge to work with you in the future. God bless you.